We're awaiting the latest delivery numbers from Tesla. In the meantime, let's bring in Colin Rusch, Oppenheimer senior research analyst. Colin, we've seen it so many times. The expectations and the stock are reflecting probably much different delivery numbers than shareholders had hoped for 6 months ago. Is it already in the stock and in the expectations? Are they lowered enough?
You know, the street numbers I don't think are low enough. We're about 15,000 below the street. But what's really at stake for the stock right now is really how well the company is able to pivot from being just a vehicle producer into being an autonomous vehicle producer and really embracing the AI potential of the platform. This FSD rollout that they're doing with this 1-month trial, I think is going to be very instructive in terms of how the stock actually performs over the next 12 to 18 months.
How many articles have been written about China and demand in China and what that's going to do to delivery? Since we're awaiting the delivery numbers instead of thinking about, obviously there's all kinds of things that Elon Musk could do with Tesla in the future, but just on what we're expecting to hear today, what are going to be the highlights in terms of demand in China, Europe, U.S., et cetera?
Yeah, we've already seen the things are soft, and we've seen the company working with its sales team to look at tactics around driving sales with a price increase here at the start of the quarter to drive volumes. We think that they're actually in the midst of trying to make sure that they're fully cleared out on inventory as they start to work towards the Highland model and the Model 3 as a larger percentage of the actual production. We're also looking at just a soft start to the year, across the U.S. and in China. And so as the company starts to pivot away from China into other parts of Asia for a lot of the demand and sell through on their vehicles coming out of that China factory, we think this first quarter is going to be a little bit soft. Just to put some real numbers on it, the street's at 485,000 vehicles. We're at 468. I think the whisper number and where the street expectations are much closer to 450. And so if we're kind of in that mid 460s, we think the stock's going to hold up here today.
There's a lot of other things swirling around Tesla. We've heard again and again that maybe consumers that want an EV, they just don't want an EV, they want a Tesla. That's always been the case up to this point. Dominant, preeminent EV company. Maybe there's a couple of others that can make some inroads, but Tesla's it. And we also hear about Elon Musk's sort of mercurial personality. Sometimes he seems to be tweeting or he's focused on X or whatever you want to do. But we hear about reputational damage with people actually saying, I'm not going to buy a Tesla now. Is that ever going to actually be more than just a sideshow, but something that determines the stock price?
Yeah, I think we're already seeing it. We've seen, pretty substantial price declines, well north of 20% over the last, year or so on pricing for the company. And a big part of that is about the incremental buyer. I think the issue around Twitter and some of Elon's personal, views on politics and other things in the world have really turned off a lot of potential buyers. You see it, particularly on the liberal side of the spectrum, with folks that had been buying EVs and buying Tesla specifically around climate issues, really backing away from buying Tesla and wanting to spend their dollars elsewhere.
I know it's kind of funny to watch. It's very ironic because you got, as you just pointed out, the liberal people that have climate issues, and then it's like they're horrified at Elon Musk politics all of a sudden. He went from hero to goat pretty quickly. What would they buy? What would they buy if they want an EV? Who would be the beneficiary, in other words? Maybe you can't really pick. I can't figure out who it would be.
What we've seen is hybrids, making a comeback. Toyota's really done well with the Prius. It's a very different vehicle than what we see out of the Tesla cars, but that's been a real beneficiary. You've seen VW and Rivian do quite well in terms of interest level on the vehicles, and Hyundai is one of the companies that has quite a good vehicle out on the road. But I think consumers are saying, hey, why not wait at this point? If we're going through a change from kind of Gen 2 on new E's to Gen 3, and we're expecting that to happen in 2025, particularly in the latter half. I think consumers are saying, I can wait and see what else comes to market.
Yeah, and the EV, the charging stations, I don't know. That rollout seems like it's stuck in reverse or something as well. So you're right. People are going hybrid instead at this point. All right, Colin. We'll be, so what'd you say? You're at 460 something?
I'm at 468. The street's at 485. And we think the number, if it holds up in this 460s, is going to support the stock at this point.